Hello, class. This is Instructor Paige. I go by Instructor Paige, Ashley Paige, Ashley, whatever you prefer is fine. I wanted to do a video to kind of help you see everything in the class, to kind of figure out where everything is. If you've never taken an online class, this is a way to kind of figure out how this is going to work. Or even if you're just kind of nervous, just getting to know me a little bit to know what to expect. I thought I would do this video where you can see me, and then in the background I will show you the class, how to find everything. But first, a little bit about me. I am Ashley Paige. I've been working here at Fort Scott now this is my third semester. It's pretty fun. I love it. Before here, I taught at a military college in Kansas City. I taught there for about 7 years. And over there, I primarily taught online classes, believe it or not. This is something pretty familiar for me, but those classes were the full 16-week. This is pretty new. 4 weeks is really, really quick. Definitely keep up with everything and have a plan, get things ready. Before teaching and doing all of that, I actually was in the news broadcasting industry, and you can read a little bit about that in my bio if you go in the instructor information spot. You'll get to see everything that I kind of did and what I worked on and why I get really, really excited about public speaking. But you're probably curious more about the class than about me. But if you do want to get to know me, you can always reach out. Right now I'm using something called Screencast-O-Matic, which you're welcome to use in your own speeches if you wish. It's a way to record your webcam and also something in the background. Now here, I'll kind of show you, this is my announcement that I kind of sent out to you all. This is what you will see as soon as you enter the class. I have it set to go to announcements, and then you'll kind of see it there. And then I had this, I'm preparing them ahead of time to make sure the announcements, I'm making sure everything's ready, that kind of thing. But here, keep in mind, this is on my side, so it's not in the student view, but you will see things on the left. These are our tabs. Before starting anything, I do recommend to start by reading the syllabus. This is a very helpful tool to know what's going on, what to expect. It will download and then pop up. And then on there, you'll get to read it. And it kind of tells you a little bit about the class, about what to expect, office hours, that kind of thing. Now, I would start there for any class you take. It's very helpful. But the most important is you're going to see right here, this will be each week of our class. Now, our class is only 4 weeks long. Normal classes are 16 weeks. That means 4 weeks is kind of smushed into one. This can feel very hectic, very challenging, but stay with me. You can do it, I promise. Now, during week 1, you would click on this, and I have it in folders. I'm hoping that makes it easier to find everything you need. I do share, hey, this is what you need to do, and this is what to work on. For week 1, I recommend to first, before you do anything, is read the syllabus and then take the syllabus quiz. Now remember, that's due by the 8th, which is really fast. It's very quick. Yes, I read the syllabus. That's the only question. I would not sweat this quiz at all. It's just to let me know that you looked it over and feel ready. That helps me put in registration for the class, like, hey, yes, they are here. They are real people. And then I would work on your discussion, practice introducing yourself, getting to know everybody in class. Now these are, everyone can read your posts. That's something to keep in mind. And then you'll work on your first speech. Now I recommend doing the discussion first because it gets things started on what you might want to share. And then you can even read that for your introduction speech video. This is to get to know one another. We'll get to see some of it if we wanted to, and it helps me get to know you and vice versa. And then it helps me know if you have any trouble uploading to the class. That can be tricky, or, if something's weird with the camera, it kind of lets things, figure it out right away. And then you'll read chapters 1 through 5. Now you can read over those very quickly, skim for bold, because you only have 4 weeks. It's kind of fast. This I do go over in lecture videos to try to help you. If you're a more visual learner, that's something I work on. And then you'll have the quiz one, and then you'll get ready for the future speeches. I know this is a lot, but with the topics quiz, that way you have an idea of what to expect and are ready to dive into week 1. Now in this, I'll click within because you're not able to see it quite yet, but maybe you are. You'll see everything is kind of listed out. You'll see folders for videos, that way it's just a few and not overwhelming. You'll see your discussion, that way you can click there. You'll see details about your speech. But then the big part is you'll take this quiz to kind of figure out what speech topics you want to choose. Now the part I'll break down is your speech. Now you can record this through your webcam, kind of like I'm doing. That makes it a lot easier to work within Blackboard. Or you can use your cell phone. I do recommend if you do a cell phone option that you have someone hold your phone for you and record it. That way it's not like selfie style. That helps me actually see you in the speech. I know it sounds silly, but it's important to see at least, from the waist up. That way you can see hand gestures, eye contact, that kind of thing. If space is limited, kind of like in my office, I'm sitting, but you can stand. And then you'll see in here, this is where you will upload. You will go down to attach files and you'll click browse local files, and that way you can find your speech, and it works that way. Now big heads up, before we even get even deeper, that's where you'll be able to upload. Blackboard takes forever. That's a majority of the time. A lot of students email me like, hey, Blackboard's being weird, it's not letting me submit. That is normal. Blackboard does not have the feature to tell you how long it takes for something to upload to it. So say your video is 5 minutes long and you're uploading it to Blackboard, it will not let you hit submit until it's fully uploaded. For some, it could take an hour or more depending on internet speed. If you have fast speed, it could take a few minutes, but be ready that it might take a while. If that kind of makes you anxious, I know it makes me anxious. I upload to YouTube instead. It is much faster. It has a lot more access to be able to, keep those files. And then you can copy and paste the link into the assignment area. I recommend doing that because then you can just copy and paste it in here in the comments. That way I'm like, oh, cool, and I copy and I can watch it. You can change your video privacy to, I think it's unlisted. That way only those who see the link can view it. It's not public, it's not out in the world. That's an idea to help. Wanted to share that. I know we are at almost 8 minutes. It's kind of a longer video. I'm sorry about that. But I wanted to give you at least a breakdown of what to expect. For week 1 is just to cover these things. This is to get started in the class. It's to figure out how to find everything. That way you're like, hey, wait, where am I supposed to go? And that way I can, help you through it and be like, hey, you click this and you work through that. Figure out how to upload videos, what works, what doesn't work, and kind of make it work. From here, it will be a lot more going on. Definitely plan ahead. My biggest tip is to do something a little bit every day of the class. That way you don't fall behind, because this is a 16-week course squished together. That means this is 4 weeks put into one. That's why there is a lot going on. You definitely want to do just a little bit every day so you don't feel overwhelmed. And then also so you don't forget about the class. That's happened last time I taught the 4-week here. It got a little bit like, oh, I forgot about it. And then it was like a lot of stuff to do at once. Definitely do a little bit every day. Like, hey, today I'm going to read a chapter and I'm going to do the discussion. Today I'm going to work on the quiz and do this, and kind of have it mapped out. And that is a very helpful way of staying caught up, not feeling overwhelmed, and then also to troubleshoot. Say you're having trouble with a video and it's, midnight of the day it's due. It's a little late to get help because I do like to sleep. Definitely try to upload a little bit sooner. That way I can help you. But if you have any questions, know I am here. I'm happy to help, and feel free to reach out. You got this.